Hello, welcome to another video, and here it is, all capstones and skill tree gameplay for Fl4k the Beastmaster. As with the other three characters, a few disclaimers. All content here was taken from my Gamescom live streams. Each character was given a set loadout, which somewhat catered to a certain build, so if some characters and builds do look better than others, be sure to keep that in mind. A key example here is Fl4k was given the Leuda. Yeah, it's back and it's just as powerful, so the boss damage is quite a bit higher on Fl4k, because of his skills, but also because of this gun. Also, this build of the game itself is a little older, so anything you see is subjected to change between now and launch. However, I hope you enjoy the gameplay, and let's just jump into Hunter with a Rack Hive Fl4k build. So here with the Hunter tree, this tree's action skill are pocket racks. You get 2 charges of 2 racks each, which to send out, and they home in, and they deal direct damage to enemies. Think Amara's Phase Cast, but easier to aim, and you get 2 charges by default. Next up on this tree, we've got a tier 1 skill that refunds ammo. This one isn't based on magazine size, so paired with small mag weapons like rocket launchers and Torg shotguns are very, very powerful. This does require a crit to trigger, however, and a layer of RNG, but multiple projectile weapons and Megavore or Fadeaway can deal with both of these. The rest of the tree focuses on the rack and critical hit damage. We have a 2-fang again, but instead of an extra shot, it's an extra projectile. This means multiple projectile weapons like shotguns will get little in return on this skill. However, we have no extra ammo consumption and no extra recoil, so pros and cons to this one. However, outside of that 1 ammo regen skill and 1 other cooldown rate skill on landing crits, every single skill in this tree is damage output. Damage, 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 damage. That's it. Hunter is just killing things. And the capstone it's called Megavore, gives us a flat out 20% chance to crit no matter where we hit them. If the enemy has no crit spot, we can crit them. This is great for less accurate weapons like shotguns and machine guns, maybe a lower return on precision weapons like pistols and snipers. So while a very good capstone, probably not Fl4k's best. This tree also has a pet Spider Ant. The Spider Ant gives us a little bit of health regen, which is good for medic Fl4k, and this can be upgraded into a Scorcher Spider Ant, which boosts elemental damage, or a Spider Ant Queen, who gives us damage reduction. I like this Spider Ant a lot, especially the elemental one. As for the rack augments, we can make them healers and make them deal cryo, give us a 3rd charge, and double the amount of rack each charge has from 2 to 4. My favourite setup is, of course, turning Fl4k into a rack hive and just spamming racks with the extra charge and the double racks. So enjoy this Hunter gameplay along with a monstrous boss skill, because as I say, this skill tree is just full damage. It's very, very powerful. And I'll be back with Stalker Fl4k next.
Yeah, because it's not ticked right now. So it's saying I haven't done it, which is right. Yeah, boom. Oh, we got a radiation skag. That's annoying. Which means we can't use our Leuda against it, which didn't matter anyway.
Too many to count. Swoop and tear.
Fallen Guardian dead. Thank you for all that money.
Death smiles.
This thing does so much damage. It's crazy good. A legendary OP? The Leuda, yeah. It's the same as the previous games. Just insane amounts of damage.
Time to kill. Distract them.
Why doesn't he say pocket racks anymore? I don't know. He was doing it yesterday, so I think it's just like... This is the same build as yesterday, so... Is that sniper becoming multiple elements or no? I would presume so. This is a set loadout that I'm using that somebody hand-picked out. This isn't like a randomly spawned loadout or anything. This is a catered loadout. And he did it with certain builds in mind as well, so he handpicked items out for melee and Mara, handpicked items out for infinite ammo modes, that kind of thing. Do the walking guns talk? Yes.
A final battle to prove yourself.
Okay. And dead.
Stalker Fl4k, the hot topic that is fadeaway. So let's see what the fuss is about, shall we? What's fadeaway and what does it do? Well, fadeaway cloaks us. While cloaked we get movement speed and health regen. Our boost to critical hit damage and all shots fired give us an automatic critical hit, which procs all on crit effects. The cloak ends after 15 seconds or 3 shots have been fired. Until we spec into a tier 2 augment that lets us fire as many shots as we want for 8 seconds, at the cost of some critical hit damage. This is crazy. In practice, this augment is absolutely nuts, and the fact that it's tier 2 is just something else. Also, you can match this with a tier 5 augment, Unblinking Eye. Continuously hitting the same enemy increases our critical hit damage of 75% per shot, resetting every 3 shots. Being able to keep cycling this damage increase with the 8-second fadeaway is absurdly powerful. The other augments, one makes the pet take more aggro and the other one lets us keep the move speed and health regen after leaving fadeaway for a short time, is good for a support medic Fl4k, but otherwise can go amiss. The damage here is... The damage potential here is just something else, and we can use Gamma Burst for support. We'll return to that in a bit. The pet that this tree has is a Jabber. The Jabber gives us some movement speed, and then we can either give it a giant bat, which is hilarious, or a rocket launcher, which is awesome. You can have a monkey with a rocket launcher, it's great. What about the tree itself? Well, this tree is a mix of even more damage output and squad healing. Stack up your maximum health with adaptive shields and health regen, and you can heal your teammates lightning fast. Medic Fl4k is similar to Nurse Maya, if that's your playstyle. We also have Lick the Wounds, Fl4k's Fight Feel life skill. Your pet can revive you, which is just great. And the Capstone, the power inside, upon activating our action skill, both us and our pet get increased damage, 25%. But if our health is full, which it likely will be with all of our health regen and aggro relief, that bonus is doubled to 50% for 15 seconds. So with Rack, this has a near 100% uptime, even more damage to stack with fadeaway, and this 50% I believe is the largest damage increase in Capstone in the entire game. So, you know, that's definitely what I'm going to be speccing into. I wonder if there's a class mod that boasts it, that'd be nice. Anyway, that has been Stalker Fl4k. A tree paired with Hunter at level 50 is just going to be something else at endgame, I cannot wait. And next up, I'll be back with Master Fl4k.
Yeah. Could you aggro the monkey, please? I'm not doing anything to you. Oh no! I fell off the edge! Why do I keep doing this? Well, that's a death. Omega lol. Rip the quickest clear.
The hunt is forever.
The hunt is forever, until we fall off of a cliff. Oh, we killed the queen.
Quite the warrior.
Yeah, so I was strafing and I fell down here. That is a death zone. Just in case we didn't know, that is a death zone. You can't die from cliffs in Borderlands 3, by the way.
It's time to fight. Survive. You there. How are your last breaths going?
Because pretty much all I do is strafe, I actually need to learn to not do that when playing Flak on this build. Yeah, I fall off cliffs a lot. It's just like a thing that I deal with.
All of you are weak!
God, ricochet on that is just ridiculous. Badass gag. Bye.
Well done. Happy taking note. That is what I want.
Yeah, there seems to be a bug on this particular build with melee jabber, is it doesn't quite it doesn't give you your cooldown back, which is unfortunate.
Takes all.
Radiate basically slag? No. Okay, so basically from what I can tell is it's not increasing my damage. What it does is it's like a dot like any other, and then once the enemy dies, they blow up. And they can spread it, so it kind of creates like a blood explosion type of deal. So once all the enemies in an area have it, one goes boom, another one dies and goes boom, another one dies and goes boom, that kind of thing. Okay, this Fl4k is being super awkward, so we're just going to do that. I haven't quite grasped the cooldown of fadeaway, by the way, so I'm kind of wanting to save it for something big. Hello. Oh, that looks beautiful. That looked beautiful. Unfortunately, because we weren't hitting actual crits, we didn't get the massive damage from the weak spot. That's why it took so long to die. But hey, that was too beautiful to pass up. I know exactly what you mean, Egg, and I tried it earlier, didn't seem to really work for me. But I'm better at it on keyboard and mouse. This is a lot of stuff I don't like right now. Okay. Can you get legendary in the trial? Yes, you can. We haven't got any legendaries today, but we got a bunch yesterday. Anyway, yeah, we can't do the does that work? Okay, yeah, we can get the melee back. Anyway, because this isn't going to be like quicker than the Amara, I'm actually going to try and make sure we've got more sniper ammo. Try and pick up some snipers on the ground for ammo, because I really want to make the most out of this looter for this fight, because I know I can end it so quickly. And we got like 5 minutes before we lose out on the bonus rewards, so. Also, he's gonna die so quickly, as long as I have bullets. Hopefully that's enough. How many hours have I played in Borderlands 2? A very terrifying amount, that's 4,500. Well. Okay, first health bar is done. No, he became irradiated. Okay, so that's all resists, by the way. That is resists. He's irradiated with an irradiated gun, and he's still almost dead. Leuta's busted.
Master Fl4k, Mr. Chu joins us for this utility tree. This tree gives us a ton of pet bonuses, pet damage, tank, attack command buffs. So if you're wanting to move away from just raw damage and more towards like a commander Fl4k, this is the one. We can massively share damage between the player and the pet, so this tree plus Stalker can make Fl4k nigh invincible. This tree also has a few damage skills to keep up on that front. The Skag pet also gives us a fairly sizable damage boost as well, buffing all damage we do, some more gun damage, fire rate. Pet Skag is best Skag. The Capstone, the one I imagine a few of you are interested in, Dominance, a melee override without a cooldown. Meleeing a non-boss enemy turns them to our side for 12 seconds. The target loses a 2% health per second whilst dominated. Beasts are dominated for double the duration, so that is up to 48% just free damage. So the skill gives us more aggro relief, some general damage output, that kind of thing. You can't see the health bar of the dominated target and you can't end it early, so I noticed in Proving Grounds I was like in situations where I needed to kill the target, but I couldn't yet, so I couldn't proceed. And you can also have one dominated enemy at one time, and you can only dominate each enemy once. The action skill is Gamma Burst. You can use it to move your pet around. You can also give general buffs to you and your team. The augments, one of the augments is very good. Gives your pet a Radiation Nova while Gamma Burst is active. Area Radiation is already amazing in this game. So this, with a stacking skill that this tree has, Frenzy Stacks, is very effective. So Frenzy Stacks gives us gun damage per stack, and stacks earned by pets damaging enemies. So if we've got a Nova pet, then it's going to be damaging a lot of enemies, we're going to be getting a lot of stacks, we're going to get a lot of gun damage. So both this skill and this augment is unlocked as early as tier 2, so you can pick it up quite cheaply. Fl4k does a lot of damage if you haven't noticed. He's got a lot of tank, he's got a lot of damage, he's got a lot of aggro relief, he's got a lot of team support. Fl4k's just crazy. So yeah, there wasn't really much to that tree. It's this like pet buffs and that. So yeah, that will wrap it up to Fl4k. He looks like he'll be one hell of a boss killer at 50, you know, thinking Salvador and Nisha, but that'll have to wait until launch, September 13th. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you then. Bye-bye.
Oh, we can't kill it. We have to wait for the duration to end. Then we can kill it. Okay. Oh no, there's just something else alive.
Go and meet death. That is your target.
That singularity is so good. It just like perma-stuns the ad for a bit. Oh, bye. Make the king a bitch, dude. Next big enemy. Bottle of spring water after Hatterax, I'm very hopeful because, you know, Hatterax is definitely more mechanics focused for sure.
Let the hunt take you.
Onwards! So yeah, you could have Rack, and then like, an enemy that you punch. Okay, so it's an instant cooldown if the enemy dies. Good to know. Will there be Fl4k bromance? This shotgun's so fun!
You are forgotten.
Ow. Oh, Wacky, you talking about Mouthpiece? Yeah, I figured out the Mouthpiece fight when fighting him yesterday.
Come on, boy, get him.
I want that badass skag. Mine.
Credit to the pack.
Oh, it's the last one alive. Well, it's gonna slowly lose health now, making him easier to kill. Just did I play Zane already? I've played every character twice. This is my second run through as Fl4k. So VOD will be available. We've used different builds every single run through. And we've got 2 more streams later this week where we can play more.
I'm impressed.
Yeah, and we're playing the last 2 days as well. We played all the characters now. Bye. He still just dies from the leader.
Satisfied. You there. How are your last breaths going?
Okay, you can't dominate a pod. Is there an on-screen indicator telling me that I have a minion enemy that I've captured? Can anyone see that? Vermi? I mean, quite a few people mentioned Vermi. If you want to see Vermi gameplay, actually, my last Borderlands stream on the Borderlands channel, last Saturday, we actually got a Vermi in that stream. Check it out. Save me. I'll try against the boss. I'll try and dominate the boss. I was wondering where you were. Oh, something I need to test. Come here. Come here. Stop flying away! I need to test vertical melee range. Doesn't seem like it's a thing. In a very unofficial test. Oh, get bodied by your brother.
Some days you hunt, some days you are hunted. Too many to count. Yes, into the fray. Thank you. Grow boy, eat them alive.
Bye. Is that a Mali 1 shotgun? Yes it is. And is it a lot of fun? Yes it is. I didn't dominate the king? Well, under a different definition I did. Under a different definition I did. I wish you could end the dominate. So right now it's the last alive enemy and we have got to wait until it ends. How is that the tanking tree? This one, it's kind of like a DPS tanky hybrid. The actual support tree, I think, is this one here. Yeah. I think. I'd have to relook at them, actually. I can't remember the specifics, but yeah. It does have a lot of tank with the damage shared. And I am noticing it.
Almost there.
You keep your domination to yourself? Sorry. Right, we don't have much sniper ammo, but let's go anyway. Let's try and dominate the boss.
Now you will be tested.
Right, boss, jump down. Thank you.
Muzzle off, boy.
Trying to see it. You cannot dominate the boss. I repeat. You cannot dominate the boss. Scat, get out the way! And it's dead, because... Leuter.
Good boy.